So Modern Warfare 2 Multiplayer Remastered. Now we've all heard the rumors of it's coming out in 2021, replacing World War II Vanguard, because Vanguard is in this absolutely shocking state right now, contradicting Activision's report when they said that Vanguard is in a really good place and they're excited to release it in 2021, seemingly ending the rumor that Modern Warfare 2 Multiplayer Remastered is coming out within this year. And we probably will never see it. What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Blank Online. I know it's been a while. I haven't been here for about 2 weeks now. Life has gotten busy. I've struggled, to say the least, in terms of shuffling my time around in order to make videos. But I've come back and I've figured myself out. I've fixed my shit, and we're good to go. Modern Warfare 2 Multiplayer Remastered is something that everybody has been thinking about since the early implications that we were getting Modern Warfare 2 Campaign Remastered. And then when that released, everyone was sort of thinking, okay, well, you've given us the campaign, where's the multiplayer type of thing, and we've just never seen it. And I want to talk about why we probably will never see it. But before I get into the video, I do want to talk about what I'm going to be doing for the next month and a little bit. June the 25th is the date that I am setting for us reaching 1,000 subscribers. We are 105 subscribers away from getting to that goal. And if you are not subscribed to the channel right now, go ahead, bloody click the button. What are you waiting for? We're going to be posting a video every single day until June the 25th. So we can reach 1,000 subscribers. I'm gonna sell out. I'm gonna do everything. I'm gonna sell it to the TikToks. I'm gonna sell it to the Warzone community. I'll fucking do it all. I'm gonna do anything I can. I'm gonna show my nuts and balls. I'm gonna do, I don't know. I'll do whatever I can to get to 1,000 subscribers. And if you do want to join me on that journey, make sure you click that subscribe button. But let's talk about Modern Warfare 2 Multiplayer Remastered. Let me take y'all back to 2016. Do you remember 2016? Do you remember Infinite Warfare's reveal trailer? And do you remember how badly that was received by pretty much everyone, Call of Duty and gaming community alike? Now, Infinite Warfare had a sneaky little weapon, a secret weapon that was going to boost the sales of not only Infinite Warfare, but the very special $150 edition of Infinite Warfare, Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered, releasing as the Legacy Edition of Infinite Warfare for $150 here in Australia. I don't know what that converts to in other countries, but I paid $150 for one game that I played. What was that, 2007? I started playing Call of Duty 2009. So for one game I played about 10 years ago, I paid $150 for that. And the other game that I got with that package was a game that I played for genuinely one day. Not even one day of game time. Like, I played it for a day and then I stopped. So I paid $150 for a game that I played 10 years ago. And it was great. It was honestly amazing. I loved what Raven Software did with Modern Warfare Remastered. They not only kept the nostalgia, they went out of their way to code in like glitches that were in the original COD for us. So for players who experienced the game back in the day, we could sort of try things out and then realize that, hey, this is not meant to be in the game, but this is in the game because it was in the game, if that makes sense, type of thing. And then for new people as well, for them to experience the game that genuinely started it all. Call of Duty 4 was the game that started this whole Call of Duty train, and without it, we would not have the franchise that we have today. So for new people to experience that in the way that it was pretty exciting. And while yes, the microtransaction system in Modern Warfare Remastered was not the friendliest, and it was not it was not the fairest either, but it wasn't awful. It was definitely better than what we got from Advanced Warfare a couple years before, and it was definitely better, I would say, than the Black Ops 4 one. But it wasn't great, but it was there. It was something that was there, and it wasn't something that hindered my experience of COD 4 Modern Warfare Remastered at all, really. And I played that game extensively, and I played that game like it was 2007, and that was the beauty of it. Now, Modern Warfare 2 Multiplayer Remastered is a special case. I do believe that it's done, and I do believe that either it's done or it's like 90% done, and they're just figuring out how to integrate it with Warzone, because every single Call of Duty IP needs to be integrated with Warzone. Like Warzone is going to become the COD Mobile, the COD Online. It's just a sandbox of all things Call of Duty. And I do think that if it's not done, they're just figuring out how to put it into Warzone type of thing, which can be easily done, and then they'll probably figure that out, and then it'll be 100% done type of thing. But I do think that we're never going to see it, because if we haven't seen it already, we're probably not going to see it, because Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 Multiplayer Remastered is Activision's ace in the hole. It's their thing to bring out the big shiny thing to reveal to everyone, to say, hey, look, we're still relevant, or hey, look at this thing, so that you can ignore this thing that's just come out type of thing. So either Vanguard needs to absolutely tank it like Infinite Warfare did in order for this game to come out, and even if it does, we're probably still not gonna see it. Cold War is dog water. Cold War is one of the worst Call of Duty games that I've ever played. A year after one of the worst Call of Duty game that I've ever played. Modern Warfare 2019, followed up by Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Two of the worst Call of Duty games that I've genuinely ever played, next to Call of Duty Ghosts and Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. And still no Modern Warfare 2 Multiplayer Remastered. If we haven't seen it yet, we are never going to see it. Unless World War II Vanguard is genuinely the biggest pile of shit that we have ever seen since the Rambo game that came out. That was like the arcade fucking shooter on consoles. Like, it's gotta be absolutely awful. The community reception needs to be worse than Infinite Warfare. The sales of that game need to be worse than Call of Duty 1. The overall reaction to that game needs to be the worst reaction we have ever seen from a Call of Duty game in history, in the history of the fucking world, for Modern Warfare 2 Multiplayer Remastered to come out, because that is the game that will save Call of Duty for that year if the mainline game is awful. If Vanguard's awful, Modern Warfare 2 Multiplayer Remastered will come out. And as I said, Cold War is awful and we still haven't seen it. Therefore, I believe that we will never see it ever, because genuinely, we can't get worse than we have had within the past. We just can't. It's impossible. We can't. I refuse to believe that we can get a worse Call of Duty game this year than we have had with Cold War and Modern Warfare 2019. I would argue that Cold War is probably the worst Call of Duty game that I've ever played. I would argue that Modern Warfare 2019, hot take, is better than Cold War. I had more fun going for challenges in Modern Warfare 2019 than I have had in Cold War. I got diamond marksman rifles in Cold War, and I genuinely wanted to kill myself after completing that challenge, because I just felt a sense of emptiness. It gave me nothing. Because I was like, why did I do that? Why did I endure hours of playtime just to get a shiny gun that I will probably never use again after I got these shiny guns, because Treyarch nerfed the shiny guns that I just got shiny? It's one of those things where I just have no motivation or any sort of desire to play Cold War, because Cold War is an absolute pile of dog shit, and I do not play dog shit unless I have to, type of thing. But yeah, Modern Warfare 2 Multiplayer Remastered is probably never happening. It's probably never coming. It's finished, and if it was going to come out, it would have already come out, or it would have came out when the campaign remastered came out. The only reason I feel like it didn't was because Warzone was coming out. I don't remember if Warzone has already come out by that point, or if Warzone was I think Modern Warfare 2 campaign remastered was February and Warzone was March. So it just didn't make sense in terms of a marketing point of view to release arguably what would be the biggest remaster we've seen to date in gaming. Like, Modern Warfare 2 Multiplayer Remastered is a big deal. Modern Warfare 2 is a massive deal to a lot of people. Some people have never experienced Modern Warfare 2, and some people, if they're still with the franchise like myself, know how big of a deal it is for Modern Warfare 2 Multiplayer Remastered to come out. So you can't overshadow what you're banking on to be your biggest thing, which is Warzone, with your other biggest thing, which is Multiplayer Remastered Modern Warfare 2. Like, you can't release them within the same like month period. It just doesn't make sense. Like, you'll be taking your attention away from Modern Warfare 2019. You'll be taking the attention away from Warzone for Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. Say it did come out when the campaign came out, and then Warzone came out. No one would give a shit about Warzone, because everyone would be playing Modern Warfare 2. That's just how it would be. Because honestly, I wouldn't give a shit about Warzone when Modern Warfare 2 Multiplayer Remastered comes out. Modern Warfare 2 has such a special place in my heart, and it has such a special place in a lot of people's hearts as well. It will just overshadow anything that comes out, which is why it will only come out when Call of Duty does awful. When Call of Duty does awful, you bring out Modern Warfare 2 Multiplayer Remastered and everyone forgets about whatever just came out. Say Vanguard releases in October, it has until February and it's done awful from October to February. Then you release Modern Warfare 2 Multiplayer Remastered. Everybody forgets about Vanguard because everybody only cares about Modern Warfare 2 Multiplayer Remastered. And then as well as that, Modern Warfare 2 Multiplayer Remastered will take away the spotlight from Warzone. No one will care about Warzone when there's Modern Warfare 2 to play. Genuinely. And if Warzone is your big money maker, if Warzone is your big catalyst thing within the Call of Duty franchise, you're not going to take away eyes, you're not going to take away players, you're not going to take away money from Warzone because you released another massive thing. Genuinely, no one will care about Warzone when Modern Warfare 2 comes out. Modern Warfare 2 is that big of a deal. And if you don't believe me, you didn't play Modern Warfare 2. And if you don't believe me, you weren't there during the glory years of 2007 to 2012. Well, I would say the glory years were 2009 to 2012, like 2007. I'm getting off topic here, but you weren't there. And if you were there, you know what I'm talking about. And you know why this game is never coming out, because it will overshadow Warzone, and Call of Duty genuinely cannot do as worse as it has done for this game to come out and for Activision to pull out their trump card and release this game. That's all I have for today. Let me know if you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did. Comment down below. What do you think about Modern Warfare 2 Multiplayer Remastered? Do you think it's ever coming out? And if you do think it's coming out, what changes would you like to be seen from the original Modern Warfare 2 be implemented into the remaster? Personally, for me, I'd like to see 402's Forgotten Patch be implemented into the remaster in order to make the game a better place for everybody. But that's just me. Let me know what you think down below. Click subscribe if you want to be a part of the 105 people that can get us to 1,000 subscribers, if you haven't done so yet. And if you have subscribed, thank you very much, and share with all of your friends. Tell them to join us in this journey. I'll see you guys for tomorrow's video. Peace out.
Can't you see the bandage on my face? Wanna light the city, that's my place. Don't you touch the money, that's my case. Ride around the city like you know the place. Killing everybody like you know the base. Stealing all the cars, then you go race.